Let me go to that case that you're talking about, that you've been following so closely, supporting the family and friends of Cameron Lamb.
I was in the courtroom.
And just to explain to people, he is the black man who was killed in Missouri by a white Kansas City police detective who was found guilty on Friday of fatally shooting Lamb outside his own home in December of 2019. Eric DeValkenaere was convicted on charges of second-degree involuntary manslaughter and armed criminal action for firing 2 rounds at 26-year-old Cameron Lamb, who was killed as he backed his truck into his own garage. At the time, the officers had no arrest warrant and no evidence of a crime. I want to play again civil rights attorney Lee Merritt representing Lamb's family.
This is momentous. This is historic, and it means something. This is going to mean something when you go back to Georgia. It's going to mean something for Ahmaud Arbery. It's going to mean something for a Tatiana Jefferson. It's going to mean something for both of Jean. It's going to mean something for so many families that have been impacted. Jamel Roberson in Chicago, Ronald Green in Illinois. These instances of justice in our system are far too rare.
So if you can talk about why you were in the courtroom, why this case in particular was so important to you. Again, this police officer, this detective, was a white detective who has now been found guilty of murdering Colin Lamb.
Cameron Lamb's family reached out to me personally, and the Families United, along with the Justice Reform Group that we have established here to protect these families and stand up with these families, and invited me, wanted me to stand with them to give them strength because they needed to feel backed up. They needed to feel someone was behind them. So we showed up in the courtroom. And me and Lee, I was there with Lee, and Lee was back and forth from Georgia to Kansas City because Lee represents the family also. It was... of
Ahmaud Arbery.
That's why I was in the courtroom. Yeah. I mean, Lee Merritt was back and forth. Lee has more frequent flyer miles than me, and that's incredible.